Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Lone Wolf Rick here on the Las Vegas Strip. Hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve last night and was healthy and safe and had a lot of fun. And today here it's New Year's Day on the Strip. As you can see, it's pretty quiet right now. It's actually about 7:30 as I'm starting this video this morning. It is cold, still cold. I hope everybody saw my video from last night I did with the fireworks display. It was cold and it was windy last night during the fireworks display, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But right now it is still cold. It's about 40 degrees right now, and the wind, they say, is about 12 miles per hour. So wind chill factor is down there a little bit, and yeah, it's a brisk morning, a good morning for a walk, huh? The reason why I started at this location right here is, if you remember yesterday, I actually started, it's like right in the same spot, and this spot had all of the porta potties, or a lot of the porta potties anyway. We're all lined up through here. It's like to get ready for the New Year's Eve festivities, and those porta potties are all gone. It shows how fast they work here in Las Vegas. It's like after the New Year's Eve party, they estimate that they clean up to 12 tons of garbage off the Strip. It's like after the event happens, 12 tons of garbage. Can you imagine? I mean, that's almost like a town, isn't it? But anyway, it's like they got that all cleaned up. All the porta potties are gone. All of those metal guardrails are gone. If you remember, they were like setting up, it's like to block off the road so the Strip had no car traffic on it. And yeah, it was pretty amazing last night. I did not go on the Strip. They were estimating 300,000 people along the Strip, especially with no car traffic. Remember, everybody can like just be on the road, and it's like having a good time. Estimated 300,000 people, which wouldn't surprise me if that was the number, maybe a little bit more. And walking the Strip every day, and especially being outside, it's like, you know, nobody wears a mask outside, and I get that, and a lot of times I don't either, to be honest with you. But I am today because it's cold. The greatest thing about the mask, it's like it keeps my nose clear, like warm. But anyway, and you're walking along the Strip, and people like in front of you or behind you or whatever starts coughing or starts sneezing or starts wheezing, and it's like, and you know what, with 300,000 people, I just wasn't going to chance it. You know, I can't afford to get sick, and you know, I'm not necessarily talking COVID. It could be flu, it could be a cold, it could be pneumonia, whatever the case is. I just can't afford to be sick. So I had made that decision not to go on the Strip and record from there last night. I'm sure there's other videos that's like on YouTube. It's like from the Strip. It's like, you know, if you want to see that, it's like, you know, it's like God bless those people that go down there and realistically put their health on the line, you know, just for the videos. Now, I did record some of the fireworks display, but I was off the Strip when I did it. I was actually at the corner of Flamingo and Koval, which is the next major street off of the Strip, and recorded the fireworks. I hope y'all saw that. And but it was cold and windy last night, and it was about 39 degrees at midnight, and the wind, you know, it's like I reported that the wind was probably about 15 to 20 miles per hour, and I even showed a plant that was in front of me, and it's like, and how it was briskling in the wind. And I even made a comment about halfway through the recording of the fireworks that it was getting a lot windier. And it's like, and I said, it's getting colder because it's getting more windy. And I actually said that in the video. Well, this morning I read, which is interesting, that they were talking about the fireworks, and they were talking about the wind. And I guess it's like the fire department will not approve to set the fireworks off if the wind gets above a sustained 10 miles per hour or less. So that's kind of interesting that, to me, it was a lot stronger than 10 miles per hour, trust me. And but the fire department gave the go-ahead, which, I am glad. It would have been a boring video showing the sky with nothing going off in it. But they gave the fire department gave the go-ahead that everything was okay. It's like they were in the range of that 10 mile per hour. They gave it a go. Now the weather department, or some of the weather sites, are saying it's like the winds were 20 to 30 miles per hour. And it was even some parts of town with gusts to 45 to 50 miles per hour yesterday or last night here in Las Vegas. So I guess that it is what it is, but I'm glad it's like that there was no major incident. No fires were reported or anything from the fireworks. So the wind did not play a factor in any problems during the fireworks going off. Now, however, right after the fireworks ended, right here on this intersection here of Tropicana and the Strip, there's one of the power boxes caught fire and knocked the power out at the MGM Grand and New York, New York. Both of those properties for approximately 45 minutes or so was without power. Now they're running on their own backup power generators and the likes. Plus MGM now has MGM is huge into solar power. They bought a huge parcel of land in North Las Vegas to where they store and actually during the day pretty much run all of their properties, all the MGM properties run off of these off of solar power, solar energy. So I'm sure they had some backup from that, the backup from the generators. And after about 45 minutes, then they got the electricity back up. So that was pretty an interesting story. The fire department was still investigating to see what the problem was. But an interesting turn in the festivities last night, but it didn't seem to affect. It's like, from what I understand, New York, and MGM were both super busy after the fireworks display. So now, if anybody's interested as to what it takes to run like that little shindig, it's like for New Year's Eve here in Las Vegas. What the staffing of something like that is like. Hold on just a second here. I dropped my notes there. But it's pretty impressive. It's like what the city does here for the fireworks display. Like I said, it's like, when you look at all of the trash that they pick up, the porta potties, the metal barriers like these, basically all gone. It's like they're cleared off the Strip, and so that takes a decent crew. But they also have, this is on the Strip only, 1,200 police officers along the Las Vegas Strip and the little side streets. It's like a thing controlling traffic and controlling tempers and controlling whatever else it's like, could happen down there. So 1,200 police officers downtown, Fremont Street Experience, and just off of the Fremont Street Experience, they have an additional 200 police officers down there to make sure everything's under control and everything's run correctly. And then it's like they also bring in approximately 100 National Guard officers to help with crowd control or anything else that they may need to do to make sure everything's going okay. Take a look here at Tropicana eastbound here on this New Year's Day. So it's pretty interesting, the planning and everything that goes into these events. Take a look westbound here at Tropicana. Take a look at the mountain range back behind. Those are the Spring Mountains back behind us here in Las Vegas. They, no snow. After all of that this week where there was supposed to be lots of rain and snow in the mountains or whatever, usually that range back there shows some snow, and it does not show anything. So it never did get to the point of where...
That's a big line. I don't think they're healthy.
That's what I was about to say. I want to see who's up.
It never got into the range of any rain here in Las Vegas. You know, I reported in other videos there were a couple times there were some light sprinkles, but never any rain of any type, of any measure. So, but all around us got it. I mean, Southern California had a good week of rain and snow, and it's like in the northern part of Nevada actually had the governor called for a state of emergency for all the snow and everything in the northern part of the state. And the states around us, Utah and Colorado, have all gotten a lot of snow and stuff. So Vegas was just spared for that. It was like they had that little crevice, I guess, and everything kind of missed us during that week. You know, it would have been nice maybe to have a little rain, but at least the weather was good for New Year's Eve. I know there was some concern about that because it kept, you know, because we weren't getting any rain, it kept pushing the forecast forward. But you know, the people were, the weather people were not right. It's like in this instance. And I did want to make one other point. It's like, you know, if the last couple of days you watch my videos here that I do for a walk in the morning, they had hotel rooms, the rates were pretty high. And you know, yesterday I reported, it's like, you know, the thing, there were still a lot of hotels that were reported on Hotel.com with rooms available. Now as the day progressed, all those hotels started dropping off from there, you know, which to me tells me it's like they were getting close to selling out. And by the end of the evening, there were a couple of properties downtown that were still reporting rooms available. But on the Strip, it's like all the hotels were basically gone. So I'm going to assume it's like the Strip came close to selling out anyway. I won't say they completely sold out, but they probably came pretty close to selling out. And it'll be interesting, it's like, to see if they come up with final numbers of the people that were on the Strip here. Now I was going to say today, however, is a different story. Man, it's like today, it's like there are tons of rooms available here in Las Vegas. And going back to a lot of them, it's like to kind of like the midweek rates, to be honest with you. They, walking by the MGM Grand here, casino entrance there, the rates were all in the like under $100 a room. And a lot of the kind of mid-range properties, you know, your Strats and Circus and Paris and the Flamingo and those types of properties were all under $100. So this morning when I looked, so everybody's clearing out. I guess with the holiday today actually being on a Saturday, probably nobody's getting that extra day off on Monday, which so everybody's trying to get back home and get ready to start the new year of working or school or whatever it is everybody does here in the United States or around the world, I guess. you know, to our friends up in Canada, I think it's starting to get bad up there again. I know the sports teams, I watched the game, I think it was yesterday, in fact. The Toronto Raptors in the NBA, there were no crowd. They were back to the point of where there's like no crowds in the stands. So you know, and a lot of the games up there in the National Hockey League in Canada had all been canceled through, I think, starting through next week. The games actually in Canada were all canceled. So I don't know if they're going to do like last year, where they're going to like move all the games back out of Canada and put them in other like areas or other, you know, I think that person's in a bad way. But I think, you know, they might move the games out of Canada. Either that or they'll play them with no crowds. But it might get to the point where, you know, Canada might once again maybe... Let's get this bad boy open, huh? Come on now. Or Canada might close down again. Got a couple of contacts up there, slot channels that kind of stay a little bit in touch. So I'm going to see if I can maybe get some information if they're hearing stuff of what the casinos are going to do up there. You know, if they've gone to limited hours or what's going to happen. So, and I know it's just not Canada. I know it's all over the world, but you know, Canada's getting close to home here, so. So what else is going on? You know, we're into the new year. I'm excited about that. I've got a couple of plans. It's like for the new year, but I'll cover those. It's like in separate videos. And I have a birthday coming up this month. I was going to say this year. It's like that would be like a total surprise and shock, wouldn't it? But this month I have a birthday coming up, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the plans of what I'm doing. It's like this year I will be 62 years old. So I give you some plans. It's like what I'm looking at and like what I'm going to be doing, and you know, the things that we're going to do on the channel, and I'm excited. You know, as we continue to grow and continue to just enjoy ourselves, have a good time. You know, it's like when I started the channel, that was the goal. Lady in there working at setting up some shelves in the Coca-Cola store. They closed early yesterday to beat the mad rush of 300,000 people on the strip. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you're new to the channel, I say this every day, and I will say it every day when I make a video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that as the channel continues to grow. And to our subscribers, thank you very much for your support. And everybody who watches our videos, thank you very much. A couple of other things before I get out of here. Be sure to check out our Instagram page, okay? Wolf Buddies, WLF-BUDDIES. That'll show you a lot of photos that, from 2021. And a lot of the things that we did. Some of them probably weren't even made into videos. It's just photos of different dates. And if you're inclined, there's a couple of ways you can help support the channel. And I know times are tough for everybody. Trust me, I get that. You know, it's like a thing. It's like being a creator on YouTube. You know, and I'm gonna like do a video and talk about the money that I spent this past year, the expenses. It's like for the channel. But it's like any other small business. You know, you you put the money into it and you try to grow it. But if you see anything that you like and you'd like to help support the channel, we're on patreon.com, Lone Wolf Rick, LONEWULF RICK. Or if you just like to leave us a one-time tip or gratuity, we're also on PayPal, paypal.com. Our email address is lonewolfrick, LONEWULFRICK @gmail.com. And you can leave us any amount that you like. No amount's too small or too big. Everybody, thank you very much for a great 2021. And here's looking forward to 2022. Everybody take care, okay? Stay healthy. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.